शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अस्य विश्रंसमानस्य शरीरस्थस्य देहिनः देहाद्विमुच्यमानस्य किमत्र परिशिष्यते एतद्वै तत्। We have seen this mantra as well as the Bhashya. Kathopanishad, Adhyaya 2, Valli 2, Mantra 4. So when the Atma leaves the body and goes, then nothing remains in the body. Atra asmin dehe kim parishishyate. Nothing remains. The prana ityadi, they all leave the body along with the Atma, and then the body itself collapses. It does not survive. Here one might get a question, a doubt. How can Atma leave the body? Can Atma come and go? Can Atma travel? Because Atma is all pervasive, then we have to answer. The Nirupadhika Atma, in its own Swarupa, cannot travel. But the Sopadhika Rupa of the Atma can travel. So we are talking about the Sopadhika Rupa of the Atma when we say Atma leaves the body. Sopadhika Rupa is the Jivatma. The Jiva leaves the body. How can even the Sopadhika Atma travel? The example, like pot. The pot space travels. The space itself does not travel, but the pot space as though travels. Likewise, the Sopadhika Atma, The Chaitanya which is manifest in the body, the Chaitanya which is associated with the body, leaves the body. That is death. And then the body does not survive. Starting from mantra 1 up to mantra 5, mantra 2 is an exception. In mantra 2 there is a diversion, because mantra 2 talks about sarvatmatva. Starting from mantra 1 up to mantra 5 is the elaboration of the logic, sanghatanam pararthatvat. So mantra 3 gave the anvaya. Atma sattve karyakarananam sthitihi, the karyakarana's work. Karyakarana sanghataha. Karyakarana sanghataha jivati. It remains. And Atma abhave, if Atma is not there, then Karyakarana sanghataha na jivati. Karyakarana sanghata does not remain, does not function. Now, sambandha to mantra 5. In mantra 5 it is concluded. The logic is concluded in mantra 5. Syanmatam pranapanadi apagamadeva idam vidhvastam bhavati natu tadvyatirikta आत्मापगमात् प्राणादिभिरेव हि मर्त्यो जीवतीति नैतदस्ति स्यान्मतं कस्यचित् एवं मतं स्यात्. Some people, kasyachit, somebody may have this view. Etat matam syat. This view is possible. Purvapaksha. Pranapanadyapagamādeva idam vidhvastam bhavati. Idam shariram. This body collapses when prana, apana, etc. leave the body. Prana, apanadi, apagamat eva. Just because of the leaving of prana, apana, etc., this body becomes vidhvasta, gets destroyed. Natu tad vyatirikta atmapagamat. Not because of Atma leaving the body. Tad vyatirikta means pranapanadi vyatirikta, distinct from prana, apana, etc. That kind of Atma. Tasya apagamat. By the apagama of, by the exit of the Atma which is distinct from prana, apana, etc., the body does not collapse. The collapsing of the body is not because of the exit of the Atma. Instead, it is because of the exit of prana, apana, etc. Therefore, pranadibhireva hi martyo jivati. A martyaha, a mortal, a human being, an individual, jivati, lives only because of prana, etc. Pranadibhihi eva. Natu atmana, not because of atma. Iti. This is Purva Paksha. Then Siddhanti answers. Nacha etadasti. It is not so. Etad evam na asti. It is not so. And an answer to the Purva Paksha, we have the following mantra. Na pranena na panena martyo jivati kaschana itarena tu jivanti yasminnetavupashritau. Nobody lives just because of prana and apana. Prana and apana, which also stand for all other components of Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. Nobody lives just because of prana, apana, ityadi. Kaschana martyaha, any martya, any mortal, any individual, pranena na jivati, does not live because of prana. Prana is indeed needed for living, but prana itself cannot make one live, because even the functioning of prana is dependent on the Atma. Apanena na jivati, and nobody lives because of apanena, because of apana. Then, because of what an individual lives. Itarena tu jivanti yasminneta upashritau. Yasmin atmani, in which atma, etau, these two, even prana and apana, are upashritau, are dependent on. Even prana and apana are dependent on the Atma for their function, for their existence. Tena itarena tu jivanti. People live because of that. Itarena. Itarena means who is different from prana apana. Pranapana itarena, who is distinct from prana and apana. Pranapana vilakshanena, who is vilakshana, distinct in nature. Jivanti, martyaha jivanti, people live. See the bhashya. Na pranena napanena chakshuradina va martyaha manushyaha dehavan kaschana jivati na kopi jivati nahi esham pararthanam संहत्यकारित्वात् जीवन हेतुत्वमुपपद्यते न प्राणेन नापानेन न प्राणेन not by means of prana and na apanena not by means of apana. And we have to include other components of Sukshma Sharira also. Chakshuradina va Chakshuhu ityadi also, even by them. Chakshuhu ityadi means all other parts of Sukshma Sharira, like Indriyani, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Manas, Buddhi, all are included. Martyaha is equal to Manushyaha, a human being. Dehavan, who has a body. Kaschana, anybody. न जीवति न कोपि जीवति कोपि न जीवति. कश्चन is equal to कोपि. Nobody lives with the prana or apana or any other part of Sukshma Sharira. Why is it so? Why prana apana themselves cannot make the person live? Because they are parartha, paraprayukta and parartha. Why they are paraprayukta and parartha? Paraprayukta means they are impelled by someone who is distinct from them. They are made to work by someone who is different from them. And parartha means they are meant for someone different from them. They serve the purpose of someone different from them. So parartha and paraprayukta. Just like a car, rathavat. Therefore they cannot be independent. They cannot independently make one live. And why they are parartha and paraprayukta? Because they are sanghata. They are assemblage. Prana ityadi are sanghata. Esham means pranadinam samhatyakaritvat. They are samhatyakarinaha. Samhatya kurvanti. Getting together, getting assembled together, they do their function. They don't do the function independently. They do their function as part of assemblage. Therefore, pararthanam, samhatyakaritvat pararthanam. Therefore, they are subservient to someone else who is different from the sanghata. Parartha, we have to understand paraprayukta also. Therefore, jivana hetutvam na upapadyate. Esham jivana hetutvam na upapadyate. Na should be connected with upapadyate. They cannot be jivana hetu. They cannot be the one that causes life. Just by them one cannot live. Life is not possible. Then what makes life possible? Swarthena, asamhatena, परेण केनचित् अप्रयुक्तं संहतानाम् अवस्थानं न दृष्टं गृहादीनां लोके तथा प्राणादीनामपि संहतत्वात् भवितुमर्हति. Yeah. So yatha tatha, you have to substitute a yatha. Yatha, just as in the world you don't see a sanghata, you don't see an assemblage being caused by itself and serving the purpose of itself. Bhashyakara takes the example of a griha, a house. The house does not build itself and maintain itself. A house is built by someone and it is maintained by someone, and it is built and maintained for someone else. And the someone is not parartha. The someone, the house is parartha. It is meant for someone. And the someone who lives in the house, the person who lives in the house, he is not parartha. Therefore, Bhashyakara calls him Swartha. He lives for his own purpose. He is not living for the sake of the house. The person does not say, I am living here because this house is there. Sometimes it may happen. That is why we should know the priority. The man is living in the house because the house needs someone to live in. Most often we can see this happening. So, Swarthena means one who lives for his own sake, one who is present for his own sake, not parartha. He is not living for sanghata. He is not serving the purpose of sanghata. And swaprayukta. He is not prayukta, impelled by the sanghata. Asamhatena. He is asamhata. He is not a component of the sanghata, independent of the sanghata. Parena, who is para, who is distinct and superior to the sanghata. Kenachit aprayuktam, kenachit, by someone like that. Aprayuktam, not impelled. Samhatanam avasthanam, the presence of a samhata, the presence of the assemblages. Nadrishtam is not seen in the world. Lokena drishtam. Grihadinam, house, etc. House, etc., which are present, and they are not subservient to a human being who is distinct from the house itself, who is not a component of the house itself, it is not seen. The house living for its own sake, house built for its own sake, house maintaining itself, cleaning itself, it is not seen in the world. Therefore, any sanghata, is not impelled by itself and it is not meant for itself. Similarly, tatha pranadinamapi samhatatvat, even prana etc. also, they are samhata, they are assemblages, they are put together. Therefore, evam bhavitumarhati. Even they are like any other sanghata in the world. They cannot exist for themselves and by themselves. So, bhavitumarhati. Parena kenachit aprayuktam avasthanam na bhavitumarhati. Their presence without being impelled by someone else is not possible. Ataha itarena eva samhata pranadi vilakshanena tu sarve samhataha santaha जीवन्ति प्राणान् धारयन्ति. अतः, therefore, itarena eva, by someone who is different, samhata pranadi vilakshanena, who is vilakshana, different in nature compared to samhata pranadi, the prana etc., which are assemblages. Sarve samhatas santaha, sarve pranadayaha, prana etc., samhatas santaha, being assembled together, jivanti, they live. They live means pranan dharayanti. They sustain their prana. They exist. They survive. So, jiva prana dharane dhatu. Jiva means to sustain prana, to live. Living means sustaining the prana. Being functional by sustaining the prana. Yasmin samhata vilakshane atmani sati parasmin etau प्राणापानौ चक्षुरादिभिः संहतौ उपाश्रितौ तस्य असंहतस्य अर्थे प्राणापानादिः स्वव्यापारं कुर्वन् वर्तते संहतः सन् स ततोऽन्यः सिद्धः इत्यभिप्रायः. यस्मिन् संहतविलक्षणे आत्मनि सति, because of the presence of which Atma, yasmin Atmani sati, on the because of the presence of which Atma, and Atma is Samhata Vilakshana, who is distinct from the Samhata, who is distinct from the components of the assemblage, prana, etc. Parasmin, and Atma is Para. Atma transcends the Sanghata. Therefore, para. Etau pranapanau upashritau. and prana, apana, etc. are upashritau. They are dependent on the Atma. Not only prana and apana, chakshuradhibhis samhatau. The prana and apana which are assembled together with the chakshuhu, etc., with the other components of sukshma sharira. Yasya asamhatasya arthe, for whose sake, yasya asamhatasya, the asamhata, one who is not the assemblage, arthe, for his sake, pranapanadihi swavyaparam kurvan vartate, prana, apana, etc., they perform their functions. Swavyaparam kurvan vartate, they continue to do their functions. Samhatah san, being assembled together. Saha anyaha, that kind of tataha anyaha, that kind of anyaha, who is distinct from prana, etc. Siddhaha, is established with this logic. Ityabhiprayaha, this is the purport of this mantra. And not only this mantra, previous 5 mantras, 1 to 5, this is the purport. There is an Atma who is distinct from Karya Karana Sanghata, who is distinct from Prana, Indriya, Manas, etc. Hantata idam pravakshami guhyam brahma sanatanam yatha cha maranam prapya atma bhavati gautama. Now once again Yama is drawing Nachiketa's attention. He Gautama, O Gautama, Yama is addressing Nachiketa, O Gautama. He is born in the Gotra of Gautama, therefore he is called Gautama. He Gautama, perhaps Nachiketa is looking here and there, or he is looking into his mobile. Then Yama calls him, Hey Gautama, because Nachiketa is a very intelligent student. Mantra 1 itself he could have understood what Yama is trying to say. So 5 mantras talked about the same logic. So then that is the problem with super intelligent ones. So if the Guru says something, first line they think, yeah, they have understood, I know this. Then they look here and there, they switch off from that topic. Then in between, if the Acharya makes a subtle note, then they miss it about the same topic, because they think they have already learnt it, so they will just go here and there. That is why it is difficult to teach too intelligent students. So, Nachiketa, Yama is drawing Nachiketa's attention. He Gautama, O Gautama, Hanta means Idanim, now. Te idam guhyam sanatanam brahma pravakshyami. Te, to you. Idam, this. Idam Brahma. Idam means the one that is under discussion as the topic of the Upanishad. Guhyam, and this is a secret. Brahman is a secret. Though it is present everywhere, it is a secret. Open secret. It is present everywhere. Very much evident also. Yet, people are not able to recognize it. Not easy to recognize. That kind of a secret. Majority of the people don't know. The one that majority don't know is a secret. Therefore, Guhyam, not easy to know. Only Adhikaris can know. Therefore, secret. Adhikaribhihi eva prapyamanatvad guhyam. Sanatanam Brahma. Brahman that is Sanatanam, eternal. Te pravakshyami, I will tell you. Yama is saying as though it is not told before at all. Nothing new about it. Already Yama has revealed the Brahman. Now he is going to repeat the teaching in different way, that's all. Nothing really new. But it is presented in a different way. Even a Vedanta teacher should be like a good cook. The cook, he will cook the same items. Potato, and then what is it called, brinjal, potato. That is what you generally get in the ashram. Brinjal, potato, and then at the maximum pumpkin, cabbage, 3 or 4 select items, radish. So, the cook should know how to cook it differently so that he can introduce change of taste. Otherwise, it will become monotonous, boring. Similarly, in Vedanta, you have only one item. And the Acharya should know how to present it in different ways, with the different prakriyas. It is a challenge that a Vedanta teacher faces. So now I am going to tell you something. Nachiketa is curious. Yama says, Brahman. But then, in order to avoid disappointing Nachiketa too much, Yama adds one more thing in the list. Yathacha maranam prapya atma bhavati Gautama. What happens to the Atma after death? This will raise people's eyebrows. This is something interesting. Unlike Brahman. He Gautama, yatha maranam prapya, having attained death, means after death. Yatha atma bhavati, what happens to the Atma? Tatha cha pravakshyami, even that I will tell you. Me shrunu, mama vachanam shrunu, please hear me attentively. See the Bhashya. Hanta idanim punarapi te tubhyam idam guhyam gopyam brahma sanatanam chirantanam pravakshyami. Hanta is equal to idanim. Hanta is an avyaya, meaning idanim, now. Punarapi, once again. It is not that Brahman is not told already. Already it is revealed. Now once again it is going to be revealed. Guhyam is equal to Gopyam, secret. Brahma, and it is Sanatanam. Sanatanam is equal to Chirantanam, eternal, free from time-wise limitation, free from Kala Paricheda. Pravakshyami, I will tell you. Yad vijnanat sarva samsaro paramo bhavati avidjnanaccha yasya maranam prapya yatha atma bhavati yatha samsarati tatha shrunu he Gautama. So what is the purpose of knowing the Atma? Yadvijnanat sarva samsaro paramo bhavati. Yadvijnanat, by the knowledge of which Atma sarva samsara uparamo bhavati. All samsara comes to an end, ceases to exist. And what one loses if one does not know Brahman? What will one lose if one does not know Brahman? He will not get moksha. Instead, even after death, he will continue to return to samsara. That is why Yama is discussing what happens after death. What will happen after death? Why Yama is discussing? Not just because Yama is wants to talk about something interesting. It is not so. It is to discourage the person sorry, not to discourage, to encourage the person to seek Atmajnana, to make effort for moksha. If you do not make effort for Atmajnana, this is what will happen. Return to samsara again and again. Avijnanachayasya, because of the avijnana, not knowing, because of not knowing Brahman, what happens? Maranam prapya, after death, yatha atma bhavati, what happens to the atma? What happens to the jivatma, the individual? Tatha, yatha samsarati, how it continues in the samsara. Yatha bhavati means yatha samsarati, how it goes through samsara perpetually because of ajnana. Tatha shanu, please listen to that also. He Gautama, Yonimanye prapadyante Sharirattvaya dehinaha Sthanumanyenu sanyanti Yatha karma yatha shrutam. Anye dehinaha. Anye means some dehinaha. Some jivas. Dehi means jivas, jivatmanaha. Yonim sharirattvaya yonim prapadyante. They get into yoni. Yoni means womb, mother's womb. Sharirattvaya, for taking another body, for embodiment. They get into mother's womb. Anye sthanum sanyanti. Anye, some others, some other jivas. Sthanum sanyanti. They get into non-moving bodies. Sthanu means non-moving body, like plant, etc. Plant, tree, etc. And what decides one's body, what decides one's next janma? Yatha karma yatha shrutam. There are two factors that influence one's janma, that decides one's next janma. Mainly karma, the karma that one has performed. Yatha karma, in keeping with one's karma. And in addition to karma, there is another factor also involved. It is our thoughts. The thoughts that we entertain in our mind. The thoughts that we allow to happen in our mind. The thoughts that we cherish in our mind. If we think about Ishvara, we will get better janma. if we cherish good thoughts, it will contribute to better janma. And if we cherish impure thoughts, even that will take us downwards. Therefore, yatha shrutam, in keeping with one's shrutam. Shrutam means vijnanam. The thoughts that one entertains. Gopala Yatindra says, Shrutam means upasanam nagnastri darshanadicha. See, upasanam means thinking about Ishvara, cherishing thoughts about Ishvara. It is a desirable thought. It will lead to better janma. And then nagnastri darshanadi, watching TV and undesirable movies, etc. It will take one downwards because it creates ashastriya samskara. So Shrutam means the samskara that one entertains in the mind. So our samskara also plays a role in the next janma. So karma and samskara. So even Shravana, it is also a Shrutam. You do Vedanta Shravana and expose yourself to Vedanta. Even this gives a Shastriya Samskara. And even Vedanta Shravana Ityadi will contribute to a better Janma if one does not get Jnana here itself. Therefore, it is good to attend the classes, even if one does not understand. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.